to the statement of intent. That is none other than our Honorable Minister Bulawayo Ngoja, Minister Velenkosini Hlabisa.
Thank you very much, our program directors, but in particular, the current program director, Professor Somatota Figeni, who is also the chairperson of the Public Service Commission. I want to acknowledge our host, the Mayor of Ekurhuleni, His Worship Nkosipindile Chagaza. I do want to congratulate you, sir, as one of the metros. We are expecting Ekurhuleni to go to clean audit next year. But congratulations for the unqualified audit outcomes. I want to greet the Deputy Chairperson of the NCOP, the Honorable Les Govender, the Deputy Ministers for COGTA, Honorable Masemula and Honorable Bans Ngamashe, and all our Deputy Ministers present today, the Chairperson of the portfolio, Dr. Mkhize, and all members of Parliament who are present today, the representatives of all political parties in the National Assembly, the honorable MECs from various provinces, all our mayors present, the chairperson and the deputy chairperson of the National House of Traditional and Khoi-San leaders, the president of SALCA and the entire leadership of SALCA, all director generals and senior officials, the state institutions present here. I do want to acknowledge the Independent Electoral Commission officers who are part of this gathering, the representatives of civil society, organized business, organized labor, and the media. I firstly want to join the nation to mourn the untimely death of Honorable Lungi Mnganga Tabashe, who was our MP and also serving as the Deputy President of the ANC Women's League. Our condolences go to her family as well as to the African National Congress. It is a privilege to stand before such a distinguished assembly, representing a wide spectrum of leadership and expertise. Our presence is a testament to our collective commitment to addressing the challenges confronting local governance and to shaping a future that aligns with the aspirations of all South Africans. As we review the white paper on local government, the topics we must explore are pivotal, not only to the effectiveness of our municipal systems, but to the well-being of the broader socio-economic fabric of our nation. Indeed, the significance of this review is multifaceted, touching on various aspects of governance, community engagement, and socio-economic development. It serves as a crucial indicator of government's commitment to improving local governance structures and service delivery, which are fundamental to effective democracy and citizen satisfaction. To appreciate this process, it is essential to understand the historical context of local government in South Africa. Since the end of apartheid, local government has been tasked with the pivotal role of transforming communities, ensuring equitable service delivery, and fostering democratic participation. However, the journey has not been without challenges. Many municipalities have struggled with inefficiencies, corruption, and neglect, which have led to public disillusionment and a lack of trust in local governance system. This is a fact that we must confront and find lasting solutions. Some of our municipalities, as the Honorable Mayor Khagaza indicated, are unable to deliver basic services. Some are unable to collect waste, to fix potholes, or provide clean water, and even fail to spend the grants in full at their disposal. In some municipalities, sewage runs in our streets. Out of 257 municipalities, 140 municipalities have received good audit outcomes, while the outcomes of 117 municipalities is negative. The review of the white paper on local government aims to address these challenges by proposing structural changes that enhance accountability and efficiency. The Government of National Unity is focusing on three key priorities: fostering inclusive growth and job creation, addressing poverty and the high cost of living, and establishing a capable and ethical state. Local government plays a crucial role in this agenda, as it is the closest level of governance to the people. It is where policies convert into actual services, promises evolve into infrastructure, and governance becomes a lived experience. However, it is also where our most significant challenges become apparent. The GNU values collaboration, accountability, and a shared vision which should guide every decision and action taken. This is why it is essential to bring together a diverse group of stakeholders, as we have done today, with varying perspectives as we discuss the future of the local government in South Africa. The Medium-Term Development Plan 2024 to 2029 propose reviewing the institutional and legislative frameworks governing local government. The aim is to strengthen these frameworks and support differentiation among municipalities. This initiative seeks to establish mechanisms that enable effective interventions when municipalities fail to meet the minimum norms and standards for service delivery. Additionally, strategies will be developed to assist local government in creating an environment that fosters and supports local economic development. Other national departments such as water and sanitation, transport, energy and electricity, human settlement, and treasury will also be engaged in a structural and coordinated manner to enhance local government capacity. The White Paper on Local Government, adopted in 1998, laid the groundwork for developmental local government as a key pillar of South Africa's democracy. This policy framework not only expanded access to basic services for millions, but also defined the local government sphere as one that works closely with citizens and other societal entities to address social, economic, and material needs while improving the quality of life of our people. The original White Paper was visionary in its approach, introducing a developmental model emphasizing collaboration and community participation. However, after 3 decades, certain structural and systematic assumptions made the White Paper require reassessment. Like, for instance, the assumption that municipalities will collect 90% and the government only come in with 10% has demonstrated that it is not working. Therefore, it is necessary that we must reassess the White Paper as adopted in 1998. Today, we will highlight the discussion document published on 10 April 2025. This document is a significant step in our ongoing commitment to community engagement, and we strongly encourage everyone to provide their input and comments by the deadline of June 30, 2025. One of the primary objectives of the White Paper review is to foster greater accountability and transparency in local governance. By emphasizing a participatory approach to governance, the review seeks to empower communities to engage effectively with their local institutions. Through increased transparency measures such as open budgeting processes and public consultations, the review aims to ensure that municipal leaders are held accountable for their decisions and actions. This shift towards transparency is vital for rebuilding trust between community and the government, allowing citizens to have a say in a decision-making processes that affect their lives. Central to this review is the recognition that meaningful community engagement is not just beneficial, but necessary for effective governance. The White Paper calls for the establishment of forums, workshops, and other platforms that allow citizens to voice their concerns and suggestions. Such engagement serves two purposes. It empowers communities and helps local governments make informed decisions that truly reflect the needs of their constituencies. Furthermore, marginalized communities that have often been excluded from decision-making processes are urged to participate. By focusing on their inclusion, the review aims to rectify historical imbalances and ensure that all voices are heard, particularly those that have been silenced in the past. This commitment to inclusivity can lead to more equitable outcomes and is fundamental for social cohesion. The review also addresses the pressing socio-economic issues faced by many municipalities, including poverty, unemployment, and inadequate access to services, with a significant portion of the population living in the informal settlements and lacking basic services. Local government's ability to deliver on its promises directly affect citizens' quality of life. By focusing on strategies that enhance local economic development and service delivery, the White Paper Review proposes a roadmap for municipalities to uplift their communities. Local governments are encouraged to create partnership with private and civil society sectors to stimulate the economic growth, job creation, and sustainable development. This collaborative approach is vital for ensuring that municipalities are equipped to respond to their unique challenges. Initiatives aimed at improving infrastructure, sanitation, and access to clean water can significantly enhance quality of life and stimulate local economies. The White Paper Review emphasizes the necessity of reviewing and bolstering institutional and legislative frameworks governing the local government. By creating a robust legal framework, municipalities can ensure that there are clear guidelines and standards for service delivery. These include mechanisms for intervention when municipalities fail to meet these standards. Strengthening these frameworks will allow the differentiated approaches tailored to the varying capacities and needs of different municipalities, ensuring that resources are allocated efficiently. Local government will be better equipped to implement best practices and learn from one another, which is crucial for overall improvement in governance. Another significant aspect of the review is its focus on ethical governance. Corruption at the local government level remains a significant impediment to progress. The White Paper Review aims to foster a culture of integrity and ethical leadership that resonates through all levels of governance. This involves establishing stringent mechanisms to combat corruption, promoting transparency in procurement processes, and ensuring that there are consequences for unethical behavior. An ethical approach to governance not only helps in preventing corruption, but also enhances civil trust and promotes active citizen participation. When citizens perceive their local government as fair and accountable, they are more likely to engage with the municipality and participate in community activities. As societies worldwide face increasing challenges such as climate change, economic fluctuations, and public health crises, the significance of the local government white paper review extends into the future. Local governments are on the front lines of these challenges, and having a clear, robust framework will enable them to respond effectively during times of disaster. By addressing these pressing issues preemptively, the white paper review fosters resilience in communities, allowing them to adapt to changing circumstances. Empowered municipalities can play a vital role in building sustainable community frameworks that ensure well-being of all citizens. COGTA, therefore, commenced reviewing the white paper in October 2024 with an initial round of consultation with groups of stakeholders within and outside the government, including civil societies, local government practitioners, academia, research institutions, NETLEC, SALCA, provincial governments, and the national sector departments. In addition, COGTA has received written submissions on stakeholder experiences on local government, their views on successes, failures, and causes of regression, and ideas for priorities for change. The discussion document, therefore, reflects these engagements and input. Today, we are taking a bold step to get the whole nation involved publicly. We publicly launched the white paper on local government review to invite all sectors of society to make inputs. This is the beginning of a long journey to a new local government system, hitting the clarion call by the President of the Republic of South Africa during the SONA, where he called for the establishment of a modern and fit-for-purpose local government system. While we do this review, we should not neglect to highlight some of the significant achievements since the introduction of the white paper on local government in 1998, which includes the following: the devolution and the establishment of autonomous municipalities, the merging of fragmented local authorities into inclusive municipal systems, the achievement of functional democracy with regular elections established at the level of local government, including ward committees and other mechanisms for community engagements. This is one thing South Africa must be commended, despite all challenges we experience as a country, but we respect our constitution all the times. I do want also, Honorable Program Director, want to move forward by indicating that in the discussion document before us, there are 9 priorities and the Deputy Minister, Dr. Masimula, will delve deeper on the 9 priorities. But I want to single out one key priority that must be addressed is undertaking financial and fiscal reform. This is something that we must do because the current financial and fiscal system in the local government is not working. A new funding model is a must, and we must produce it when we produce a revised white paper next year, March 2026. Depoliticization, one major factor that must be addressed is depoliticization of municipal governance. We have many municipalities that are unstable because of politics. They can't deliver services. In some municipalities, we have 2 MMs in one municipality. We have 2 CFOs in one municipality, simply because of the depoliticization of the local government system. The review of the white paper must come out clearly with stringent measures how to effectively ensure that professionalization become the order of the day in our municipalities, so that competent people should be the one who are hired as senior managers to give direction and ensure effective functioning of the local government sphere. The review process will be guided by an inclusive and structured public engagement process, facilitating broad participation. A key avenue for engagement is the invitation for written submissions in response to the discussion document, particularly to the set of questions that have been included in the gazetted document. Citizens, organizations, political parties, all key stakeholders, as they are represented today, are encouraged to provide input and engage with the discussion document. The aim is to publish an updated white paper on local government by March 2026, which is next year. So we are depending on everyone's active participation to support the process, which will include engaging evidence-based research and developing policy solutions. As we discuss the state of our local government and how to improve its functioning, we should not miss the opportunity to reflect on the interface between traditional and Khoi-San leadership. We cannot expect optimum local government functioning if we fail to leverage sound working relations with the traditional and Khoi-San institutions. Chapter 12 of the Constitution explicitly refers to the need for national legislation to make provision for a role for traditional leadership as an institution at the local government on matters affecting local communities. This review provides the chance to identify opportunities and mechanisms we can leverage to strengthen the interface between traditional and Khoi-San leadership and municipal governance. Effective collaboration between municipalities and traditional leadership is essential for inclusive governance. By managing and strengthening this interface, we can ensure that communities' unique needs and aspirations are fully integrated into development. It is imperative to emphasize the evolving landscape of governance that recognizes the integral role played by the Khoi-San communities and the traditional leadership structures. The review, therefore, comes at a critical time when the need for inclusive governance rooted in values of justice, equity, and community participation is more pronounced than ever. The Khoi-San people and the traditional communities hold a unique position in our nation's narrative. Their cultural heritage, traditional knowledge, and community practices offer invaluable insights into effective local governance and sustainable development. By incorporating their perspectives and recognizing their rights, the review not only addresses historical injustices but also seeks to empower these communities as active participants in the governance process. This empowerment is essential in bringing the historical divides and fostering a more cohesive society. Moreover, traditional leadership plays a pivotal role in many communities across South Africa, especially in the rural areas. Traditional leaders serve as a custodian of culture and heritage, and they are often the first point of contact for governance issues at a local government level. The review of the white paper is a transformative opportunity to redefine the interaction between municipal governance structures and traditional leadership. By creating mechanisms that formalize the collaboration between municipalities and traditional leaders, we can enhance service delivery and ensure that policies are culturally sensitive and reflective of the needs of local communities. We are emphasizing this participatory governance by fostering an environment where citizens, including the Khoi-San and traditional structures, are encouraged to engage effectively with local government. By so doing, we can enhance accountability and responsiveness. An inclusive governance framework that acknowledges the contributions of traditional leadership can foster a sense of ownership and responsibility amongst community members, ultimately leading to better outcomes of service delivery. The historical context of local governance in South Africa underscores the necessity of this review. Traditional structures have navigated through years of marginalization. If we are to further democracy and development, their voices must be included in the policy-making process. Acknowledging and integrating traditional leadership into local governance framework not only upholds the principles of inclusivity, but also enhances the legitimacy and effectiveness of local government. I spent more time on this aspect because of the history where we come from. in our country. Furthermore, the socio-economic development objectives outlined in the medium-term development plan can be significantly bolstered through the participation of the Khoi-San communities and traditional leaders. Their insight into local resource management, conflict resolution, and community needs can provide invaluable guidance in crafting policies that are not only effective but also sustainable and respectful of cultural identities. Let me end with this. The review of the white paper on local government represents a significant opportunity to reimagine and reshape the future of local governance in South Africa. We must be bold to ask difficult questions. Currently, we have 257 municipalities. Some of them are not viable as they have no revenue base to collect. And they are, as a result, a result of the design of the local government system. As we reimagine and envision municipalities that are fit for purpose, we must ask a question. Do we need to stay with municipalities that are not viable and that are unable to render any services in our communities? This is a question we must not be afraid to confront when we get an opportunity to review the local government system after 27 years. Yes, of course, amalgamation for the sake of amalgamation may not be a solution, Babu Stofile, not at all. But we must not be afraid to take a bold and decisive decision to reshape the local government system backed with a proper funding model. The review of the white paper on local government is therefore an opportunity for a review of a funding model in our local government system. We must pave the way for a more inclusive, accountable, and responsive local government system. This must be a game changer. The local government is where people live and grapple with numerous challenges on a daily basis. The call to collective action is more urgent than ever as we strive to build a local governance framework that is genuinely reflective of our nation's rich tapestry and is committed to the betterment of all communities. Every voice must be heard. The call to collective action is this: every municipality must work. The outcome of this initiative, when it concludes next year, must ensure that every municipality is designed and supported to work. Thank you very much, Program Director.